Hello, guys, and welcome to another interesting episode of Madrid, My DNA, the home of everything Madridistas, as we discuss you through Real Madrid's latest and important update. Kickstarting with today's agenda, in a recent media interaction, Bayern Munich head coach Thomas Tuchel reveals the main difference between Real Madrid superstars Vinicius Jr. and Rodrygo goals. We are going to be briefly detailing you through that on this episode as we progress, and shortly after that, we will quickly turn our attention to the next agenda of the day, as German legend Lothar Matthäus claims that Bayern Munich are favourite against Real Madrid come Tuesday night, as the Merengues were only lucky against Manchester City in the quarter-final stages of the competition. We are also going to be bringing you a full update on that in this episode as we move on, so please stay tuned right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on notification bells so you do not miss on our daily Real Madrid update. All eyes are on the Champions League once again, as the semi-finals are set to kick off this week, with Bayern Munich's meeting against Real Madrid the true headliner. The two sides have faced off more than any other in the history of the competition, with this meeting also expected to be a cracker and a half. The season has gone much differently for both sides, with Bayern Munich losing out on the Bundesliga title to Bayern Leverkusen for the first time in a decade. Real Madrid have returned to the La Liga throne after missing out on the title to Barcelona last season. Despite that, Thomas Tuchel and Joshua Kimmich sounded optimistic about the tie, speaking during the pre-match conference, talking about Real Madrid's potential game plan and their most threatening players. Thomas Tuchel spoke about Vinicius Jr. and Rodrygo goals. However, he did outline some differences between the two, even though they play largely the same role. Vinicius and Rodrygo are both good but also different, Thomas Tuchel said, as quoted by FC Bayern TV. Rodrygo scores a lot of decisive goals. He did it against me at Chelsea last season. Vinicius is often on the left where he dribbles, is very good at shooting and very clinical. Rodrygo also has incredible pace and also plays as the centre forward at times. While Rodrygo has largely played a much more central role this season, closer to being a false nine more than anything, Vinicius has been given freedom to roam on the left wing and centrally maximizing his 1v1 abilities. Thomas Tuchel also pointed out that the main difference for Madrid over the last few years for Karim Benzema, who could clutch the game against Chelsea during the 2021-22 season when he was coaching the Blues. However, he pointed out that since he has gone, Real Madrid have tried multiple things, including using Jude Bellingham in several roles, but especially as a false nine. But there are still Toni Kroos, Modric, Vinicius. So not everything has changed. We need to find a good balance, Thomas Tuchel added ahead of the headliner. Thomas Tuchel's side is set to go into the game with some main injury concerns, with report claiming that Serge Gnabry, Jamal Musiala and Konrad Laimer have returned to training. Matic the Light, their main defender, hasn't returned to training yet, so it is left to be seen how Thomas Tuchel lines up his defensive part of the game against a high-pacey and attacking Real Madrid side. Having discussed and concluded with that, we are going to quickly turn our attention to the next agenda of the day. As Real Madrid were lucky against Manchester City, Bayern Munich are favourite, says German legend. One of the biggest clashes of the season comes our way on Tuesday night as Real Madrid lock horns with Bayern Munich in the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. Real Madrid made it to this stage of the competition following an arduous battle against Manchester City, wherein they prevailed through penalty shootouts. Bayern Munich, on the other hand, saw off Premier League title contenders in the quarter-finals to set up the date for the European Clasico. Ahead of being the big game on the night in the Allianz Arena, former Bayern Munich and German icon Lothar Matthäus has given his predictions. As per the legendary former footballer, Bayern Munich are the favourite to win against Real Madrid, who he believes were lucky against Manchester City in the quarter-final stages. Bayern is slightly favoured against Real Madrid, reasons being that Real Madrid were lucky to advance against Manchester City, Matthäus said. I have heard that the mood in the Bayern dressing room is better than it has been for a long time. Real Madrid go into the game on the back of a very productive 2 weeks period during which they have seen off challenges from Manchester City, Barcelona and more recently Real Sociedad, with a highly rested squad and rotation done by Carlo Ancelotti in the Real Sociedad game, in particular on Friday night, resting 9 players and starting just 2 key players who played against Barcelona in Luka Modric and Aurelien Tchouameni. Jude Bellingham and the likes of Rodrygo goals did not feature in the game at all, while Vinicius Jr. made a late appearance. Bayern Munich are also in a good moment, having not lost any of their last 5 games in all competitions and won the previous 4. However, Thomas Tuchel's side have some fitness concerns heading into the game, as Leroy Sané is a doubt while Jamal Musiala did not play against Eintracht Frankfurt over the weekend. Meanwhile, Konrad Laimer picked up an injury during Saturday's clash, whereas Matthijs de Ligt was also spotted limping due to the physical issues. Now, according to reports received, Konrad Laimer, Leroy Sané and Jamal Musiala are back in training. Only Matthijs de Ligt missed out and is a very big doubt to take part in the night at the Allianz Arena. So having discussed and concluded with that, it is left to be seen which of these 2 heavyweights of the European football progresses to the UEFA Champions League final, where they will face either Paris Saint-Germain or Borussia Dortmund at Wembley. Thanks for following us right up to the end. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel, turn on notification bells so you do not miss on our daily Real Madrid update. See you next time, and a very big Hala Madrid to us all.